With my upcoming game Dot Tower detailing the battles and conflicts of the first Sqaure-Dot war, I thought it would be important to inform you of the causes of the first Sqaure-Dot war. The footage on the screen is an early version of Dot Tower. The first Sqaure-Dot war would begin with the Sqaure invasion of the bordered town Dotburg. The attack was commanded by Supreme Commander of Sqaure Forces, Sqaure-Africanus. This town was symbolically important to the Squares and Dot, as it served as the primary dividing town between the two nations. This dividing line would become a major reason for this war. The dividing line was decided by Omni Quadrata and Omni Circularis before either nation had largely formed. This line was decided more on the shapes of the continent and not the natural borders. The border divided the Great Plain in two. This line was not accepted by either nation. The Dot nation wanted the border to extend to the two-sided mountains, and the Sqaure Empire wanted the border to extend to the Dottorado River. The second cause of the Sqaure-Dot war was the political difference between the Dot nation and the Sqaure Empire. The Dot nation is a pseudo-democracy, having regional lords vote for the president of the nation, while Sqaure Empire was ruled by an emperor, a hereditary title. The Dot nation wanted the Sqaure Empire to adopt a democratic process similar to that of the Dot nation. The Sqaure Empire countered this request by claiming the Dot nation's elections were no different than the Squares, due to the regional lords being hereditary titles. This divide would worsen the relations between the two nations. The final and most important cause of the war was the cultural differences between the Squares and the Dots. Besides the obvious difference in the number of sides, the different shapes believed in specific gods. Dots believing in Omni Circularis, and Squares believing in Omni Quadrata. In the traditional form of the Omni Figura belief system, Omni Circularis and Omni Quadrata were rival twin brothers. These divides filtered down to the cultures of the Squares and Dots, leading to a bitter rivalry between the two nations.